Well, Jim, we don't have ratings yet. If we get them while we're doing the show, we'll jump in with them. But we do have rankings. AEW has brought back their rankings. Tony Khan announced this. They made a big deal out of it. What are your thoughts before we get to the new rankings? About having this, the NWA, WCW always had, not always, but sometimes had a top 10 on TV. Sometimes used it in the booking of the weekly shows. Popular feature in the London publishing magazines. What do you think of having rankings?
Well, in the London publishing the After Mags, as they were so noted, the editorial staff made those up. And I think everybody knows that at this point. Some promotions did do top 10s, and there's nothing the matter with a top 10, especially if it's a promotion like the NWA where the traveling champion was going to different territories and you would have top 10s of guys in different territories. Nothing the matter with that. The ranking system that AEW has been doing or did for a while and then quit and brought it back or whatever, there's a reason why it's never worked when you give everybody's win-loss record, because you get painted into corners where you have to reveal shit that makes a guy that you're pushing now look bad because of his record from last year when you weren't pushing him or whatever the fuck, right? Or it highlights ridiculous shit like when you don't know what you're doing and you make the company mascot 28-1, then it's totally meaningless if anybody has a great record. You want to highlight the one-loss record of the top guys that you have that are going for the championship, and that's part of their bone of contention, their argument for having the title shot or being in the number one contender spot or whatever. And the rankings help that, as long as, again, it makes sense on the surface of it to the people who are watching the television show, and you don't put the comedy fucking figure in as number 3 contender just because you think he's cute or he tickles you or whatever. So do they have 10 top contenders for the heavyweight title in AEW that would legitimately be in people's list of, I could see that guy as the world champion? I don't think they do. If they go for a top 5, maybe that might be more realistic. But then I don't believe that Tony will not fuck that up by putting in some of his goofy Japanese fossilized favorites or something to make it look ridiculous. But do you have the top 10 there?
Well, there is no top 10. We have AEW rankings, and the rankings are for the singles division, the women's division, the tag team division, and the trios division.
Oh, good Lord.
So the trios champions are the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass, as it says here. The number 1 contenders, Bullet Club Gold. Number 2.
Okay, wait a minute. Wait, hold on. So the number 1 contenders to the 6-man tag team title are the partners and cohorts in the new super group of the Scissor Bang Gang Clang Bang, the Bullet Club Gold, which is a subgroup of the big group that they formed with the champions.
This may be a precursor of banging and clanging to come. We'll see. Number 2, the number 2 contender for the Trios Championship, the Hardy. Excuse me.
What? The Hardy?
The Hardys and Mark Briscoe.
What?
The Hardys and Mark Briscoe.
Have we seen them have a match?
I believe
together as partners?
It may be on one of the other shows that we don't see.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, the Dark Order.
Oh, good. Are they still there?
They are still there. Number 4, FTR and Daniel Garcia.
Oh, good Lord.
Speaking
like
of...
like that there would even be a regular tag team, or that they should even be together to begin with.
And the number 5 contender for the Trios Championship, the House of Black.
Okay, actually, out of that, the House of Black is the only one that makes any sense.
Well, let's see how much sense this makes to you. The tag team division, the champions, Ricky Starks and Big Bill. The number 1 contenders, Sting and Darby Allin. Number
Well, I guess, hold on. I guess that makes some level of sense since that's where they're going. But, all right, go ahead.
the number 2 contenders to the tag team championship, John Silver and Alex Reynolds.
Oh, what? See, that's what FTR. Anybody? Silver and Reynolds, the number 2 contender. Not even the Buckaroos, for fuck's sake.
Well, let's go to number 3. The number 3 contenders for the tag team title, as ranked by AEW, Bryan Danielson and Claudio Castagnoli.
Oh, good Lord. All right.
We've gotten 2 oh good Lord so far, ladies and gentlemen. The number 4 contenders for the tag team titles, Private Party. Private Party.
Okay.
And number 5, finally, Orange Cassidy and Trent Beretta.
Okay, so FTR are not in the top 5 of Challenger's former champions, best team in the business, but
at least they're number 4 for the trios title.
Silver and Reynolds, Private Party and Pockets and Trent are, and Danielson and Claudio, who have they ever had a tag team title match?
A tag team title match? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I think we did see them in a tag team match.
Because they're in the group, every once in a while they have a tag team match, but have they ever actually went for the tag titles, or were they just booked together in a tag match because they were members of the same stupid group that the Plumbers started?
That may be it.
Okie dokie. Well, that makes perfect sense. Now we're seeing why rankings really do make a difference.
Well, let's go to the women's division. The women's champion is Timeless Toni Storm. The photo is in black and white with red lipstick. And the TBS champion is Julia Hart. The number 1 contender or number 1 ranked person, I guess, yeah, they are contenders.
Yes.
I guess they're ranked for either championship. Number 1 contender, Deonna Purrazzo. Number 2, Thunder Rosa. Number 3, Hikaru Shida. Number 4, Sky Blue. And finally, at number 5, the number 5 contender for a women's championship, whichever one, Mariah May. Mariah May.
Okay, so remember they signed Ruby Soso? She's going to change the game. Remember they signed Paige? Oh my God, what? They're not even in there. Well, I don't know what happened to Nyla Rose. Thankfully, hopefully, somebody's revoked Riho's green card or passport or whatever she's using to get in here. They brought Deonna Purrazzo in last month. That's fine. Thunder Rosa hasn't been on TV till just last week in a fucking year or whatever. Shida, I didn't know she was still around. Sky Blue has done a variety of jobs, and Mariah May, she's only had 1 match. Where are all the stars that were supposed to be in this division? Where's Britt Baker? Didn't they used to have some fucking stars in the women's division?
And you think about the things they didn't do. They never took advantage of the Britt Baker-Jamie Hayter dynamic and had the breakup and the big match.
Statlander!
Oh yeah, where's Statlander?
They've never done anything with any of this.
All right, well, let's go to the men's champions.
Oh, boy.
The men's champions are the AEW champion Samoa Joe, the TBS champion Christian Cage. Looks like he should be hosting a science show on PBS here. The international champion Orange Cassidy, and the Continental Crown champion Eddie Kingston.
Oh, good Lord. So, again, this is not even a proper ranking system because the ranking is supposed to be all about the AEW World Champion. And is the TNT champion Christian Cage, is that like the U.S. champion or the North American champion where he's next in line? Certainly you can't compare the belt that the company mascot was given by the boss to the same level as the TNT title or the world title. And poor Eddie Kingston won that bogus tournament for a bunch of job belts. So they automatically are ahead of the number 1 contender to the world title. How does this work?
Well, let's talk about who's vying for those championships. One or all, or who knows. But number 1 contender, Swerve Strickland.
Okay, that makes a little sense.
Number 2, Hangman Adam Page.
Has less sense. He's an empty-headed dipshit, but at least with television presentation, I guess he belongs on the list.
Number 3, Adam Copeland.
Edge, big star. Okay.
Number 4, John Moxley.
Oh, good Lord. Believes he's a star in his own mind and has convinced the billionaire mark of same.
And finally, at number 5, the number 5 contender for a title, Roderick Strong.
Well, poor Roddy. We won't hold it against him. Now, but here's the problem. Does anybody want to make an argument and tell me somehow that Swerve Strickland, Hangnail Page, Edge, and Plumber Moxley are not bigger stars than Pockets and Eddie Kingston? Yet Pockets and Eddie Kingston have belts and they don't. So it's these people, Roddy fine, but Swerve, Page, Copeland, and Moxley shouldn't be on a list of anything but challengers or contenders for the AEW World title or maybe the TNT title, Christian Cage. If you have any of the 4 of those guys wrestle Pockets or Kingston for these fucking job titles, it just brings them down. It would be stupid. They wouldn't want to challenge for something that they're already more important than without holding it. Would they?
Why? Why fuck up their schedule?
Yeah, they might have to come to work.
Well, those are the first round of the new AEW rankings. We don't know how much longer we'll be talking about this on the show, but Jim, Tony Khan issues something like this. He's thinking that there's going to be some excited fans running to their phones to get in touch with people, talk about this, text people, tweet at people, whatever it may be. And kind of against the ethos of Tony Khan, we know a way people can use their phones and save money. Save money.
Save
Not just
money.
blow money. Save money.
No, it's all too easy to spend money on these big-time phone plans these days, but it's harder to save money. And we've got the secret right now because all you have to do is remember the words Mint Mobile. Because Mint Mobile has wireless plans starting at $15 a month. And if you want a plan with wires in it, that's only $30 a month. But that's unlimited talk and text plus data for $15 a month. So you can talk 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can text as much as your little thumbs will write, and you can get data. I don't know what kind of data you want. Maybe you want the secret plans for the invasion of a foreign country from NORAD.
No, first of all, that's illegal to get that unless you have authorization, but that's not the kind of data they're talking about. Text messages and photographs and information that's on
Yes, information. Sometimes information that can be used to drive the market up for the highest bidder from a foreign country. You never know.
No. Just legal, nice things that we want to talk about.
Nice things. Well, for anybody that hates their phone bill.
No espionage.
Mint Mobile is not in favor of espionage. You got to get another plan for that. But if you hate your phone bill, then Mint Mobile offers the premium wireless for $15 a month. And you can choose from 3, 6, or 12-month plans and say goodbye to your monthly phone bill. Well, you won't really say goodbye to it. You'll say, so long for now, because in 3, 6, or 12 months, it'll come back. However, Mint Mobile will give you the best rate whether you're buying for one or for a family. Because at Mint Mobile, families start at 2 lines. Most families start with 2 individuals, and then they become one in an active sexual congress, and then they sprout families all over the place. And you can get a line for every single one, although why you'd get a line for a baby, I have no fucking idea. You mean to tell me now that these babies get cell phones?
No one means to tell you that. No one has told you that or even alluded to that. We're talking about the family that are responsible enough to have a cell phone.
Do you have to get a phone for everybody in your family with the family plan at Mint Mobile?
You don't have to. I mean, you have the option.
How do you decide? Well, little Farquhar might feel left out if little Janie gets hers and he doesn't get his.
How old are they?
Well, does it matter?
It matters.
Well, let's say one is 9 and one is 10.
Oh, see, that ain't made it hard. They're both kind of at the
there
age
you
where they're
go,
all
yeah,
their friends
see?
are getting phones now. They're going to want phones.
Well, you better be glad that the family plans are cheap at Mint Mobile, too. And you can switch to Mint Mobile and get your first 3 months of premium wireless service starting at just $15 a month. And you can use your own phone. Keep your same phone number along with all your existing contacts. A lot of times when you change your phone plan, the new big wireless carrier insists that you not speak to anybody that you've known before and start all new contacts. And you go out and you have to make new friends. You have to have a whole new circle of acquaintances. And there's penalties if you speak to any of your old friends. Well, not with Mint Mobile. You can talk to whoever you want to on this plan. As long as they'll talk to you, you may get some pushback there. Some people may not want to talk to your ass. Mint Mobile does not take any responsibility for that. If you pissed a motherfucker off bad enough that they won't answer your calls, Mint Mobile can't help you. But they can save you money.
Yes.
Yes. So get your new wireless plan for $15 a month and get the plan shipped to your door for free. See, you made mockery of me when I talked about shipping websites before. Well, the same thing ought to apply for shipping a goddamn wireless plan. How do you ship a wireless plan? But it's going to come to your door for free if you just get mixed up with these people at Mint Mobile. So
not
go to
mixed
Mint
up
Mobile.
with. No, let's not phrase it like that. Let's not look at it like that.
Intermingled.
You start having a pleasant business relationship for a utilitarian need.
Yes, if you get painted with the same brush as the people over at Mint Mobile, just right now, go to mintmobile.com/JCE. That's mintmobile.com/JCE, and you can cut your wireless bill to $15 a month. And like I said, if you're a smart ass and you want the wires to come along with it, that'll be a little bit more. But mintmobile.com/JCE. Additional taxes, fees, and restrictions may apply.
All right, Dr. Creepy. I don't know what that was there at the end. What is that? Your
That's my announcer voice.
Christopher Lee voice? What was that?
Yes, that was my announcer voice. These things may happen,
All
but
right.
hopefully not.